Paris catacombs. Something that you may or may not have heard of at one point in time. And something that I am very ashamed to say that I had no idea about until a few short months ago. Upon further research, I found out that the catacombs of Paris were a solution in the late 1700s by the city of Paris, because apparently the graveyards or whatever were just overflowed with dead bodies, and all that like juice or embalmment fluid or whatever it was getting in like the sewers, and all the city cemeteries were just, it wasn't this burying all the people in cemeteries just wasn't a sustainable thing to do in the city of Paris in the late 1700s. So they thought that the best solution was to dig a bunch of tunnels and put all their bones in there. And it ended up working. I don't think that anyone that had recently passed away was put in the Paris catacombs. All the people in the catacombs are people from, you know, long time ago. Nobody, I don't think, I don't know. I don't know. You have to research this. I'm assuming not. I'm assuming that nobody who like recently had died was was put in the catacombs of Paris. Cause like the thing about it, like as you know, like all the skulls, it's like skull walls, and then they have like some of their leg bones and arm bones stacked up, and their skulls and all that shit. Like, do they cut the bodies up and then put them in the catacombs? Probably not. I think they just put the bones out of the. Did they dig them up out of the ground and put them in the tunnels? I think. They stopped using the catacombs. They didn't stop using them until like the 1830s. Because burying the bodies just wasn't working anymore at the time. It's gotta be like one of the most haunted places in the world, because there's just millions and millions of dead bodies. Just all along the walls. And to think that only like 5 miles of it is accessible to the public. Only like a very, very small portion of the Paris catacombs are accessible to the public, which is very, very scary. And it's like one of the same, the Paris catacombs, it's like one of the same things as like the, not one of the same things, it's like the London dungeon. It's gotta be haunted. I'd be very surprised if the London dungeon was not haunted. Because like if you think about it, London dungeon, a lot of people were like tortured in there and other stuff, and like London dungeon, Paris catacombs, they gotta be like some of the most haunted places in the world. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. The Paris catacombs are just a very interesting thing. It's really, well, good wonder how the city of Paris was just that out of options that they had to like. I've always wondered that, like, because it's a skull. They didn't. There's no full bodies in the catacombs. So did they dig them up? Was it people they dug out of the cemeteries? Because there's no way that was people who had like just freshly died. That was like bodies of freshly dead people that had like just died. Because in that case, they would have to either cut them up or like take all the like meat off to the bones and put them in the. Yeah, I don't think they did that. Or I don't know what they did. I don't know. Like they didn't stop using it till like the 1800s, and I don't know. Like, were families happy about that? They just put their loved ones' skulls into the walls and tunnels. I wouldn't know. I don't think so. And it's kind of creepy too. Like the city of Paris has hundreds of miles of tunnels that are just full of human remains. Ain't that creepy? That's creepy though, because think about it. Only like the Paris catacombs are hundreds and hundreds of miles of tunnels, and only like 10 miles of it is accessible to the public, which is really really creepy. It makes you question like what actually happens in there. It's got to be like one of the most haunted places in the world because there's just like I think it's like hundreds of thousands of people in the Paris catacombs. It's millions, I think. I think it's like over 1 million people. I don't know how much it is. I forget the exact number. But yeah, it's pretty creepy to think that in the city of Paris are hundreds of miles of tunnels of human remains. It's creepy. So yeah.